Oh, you're very welcome back. Now, our next guest might be one of our own here at Virgin Media, but when he is not working the day job, he is busy writing children's novels.
Yes, indeed. And joining us now to chat about his new book that's been described as, listen to this, the biggest debut of the year. It's author Chris Galvin. Good morning to you, Chris. How are you? You're very welcome. What do you feel like when you hear something like that?
I'm like going, is this happening to me? It's happening to somebody else. It feels quite removed, and there's times where it feels surreal and feels like, how has this happened? How have I gone from this small little idea to this?
To this,
well,
you know,
there it is.
like,
yeah.
you know.
And this is the book, The Thing About Giants.
Yeah.
It is brand new, like the book of the year, fantastic. But can you give us an idea? Because obviously we know you work in a Virgin Media here as well. You're part of the Prez team.
Yeah.
So you obviously do that, but then have the side job doing a bit of writing. Have you always been into writing?
Yeah, since I can remember, I used to love just writing short stories and drawing comics and stuff like that when I was younger. And I just kind of something that kept with me up until now, and I wrote short films and all that sort of stuff. I think developing novels was something I never thought I'd actually do, because I think I'd have the patience for it, because like there's a huge difference between a short story and a full-length novel, you know?
Yeah, exactly.
But yeah, I kind of started writing the first book. I wrote a book before that, and I kind of learned the do's and don'ts of that from that.
Yeah.
And then I started on this one, and then it kind of.
Because this has been a few years in the making.
Yeah, 5 years.
Yeah.
So from the initial kind of idea of it, and then developing it, and then getting the agent about 2 years ago, and then the book deal about a year and a half ago. Yeah.
Go on, so tell us, what's it about?
Well, the thing about giants is set in a world where humans hunt giants for their bones, and they use their bones to build their homes.
Build their homes.
They build their homes, yeah.
okay.
And the city, it's their whole city is pretty much built out of giant bones. And the two main characters in it are Jack and Corman.
Yeah.
Jack is an 11-year-old girl who's the daughter of famous giant hunters, and Corman is a young giant who has just lost his father to giant hunters. And then their worlds collide, and they develop kind of an unlikely friendship.
And was there anything that sparked this idea for you?
Yeah, so when I went to a writing workshop just before COVID hit, and with Dave Rudden, and he put some words up on the board, some random words, and I can't even remember what they were. And he said, write a paragraph. Everyone had to write a paragraph. And I just wrote, it just came, the city built of giant bones. And it was kind of humorous and kind of like, I wasn't sure what it was, but there was an idea there, and I liked that.
Yeah.
And I just kind of put it aside for the bit, but I kept coming back to it. And then a couple of months later, I was kind of writing bits and pieces of it and figuring out, well, what would that city look like? How would they hunt giants? Is that a good thing or a bad thing? Who's the villains? Who's the good guys here? All that sort of stuff.
Listen, kids love giants. It's a great story as well. But there's a serious theme through this as well, in terms of like prejudice, the abuse of power as well.
Yeah.
Why did you decide? What gave you the inspiration for that?
Well, I think I suppose you look at the world around you at the moment.
Exactly. It's
Okay,
clear to
right,
see,
yeah.
isn't it?
But I think when I was writing it first, I don't think those necessarily considerations came to mind. I just wanted to write a good story.
Yeah.
And it happened to be about those things. Like, I like stories that have good people who might have flaws and stuff, like villains who are really, villains, and they do horrible things, but there's justice at the end. And that's where I kind of like my stories to be. So I wanted to write something where these terrible things happen, but there's people there who want to stand up for it and have to figure out how to do that. And by the end, without giving spoilers away, because it's a children's book, good things happen.
But it's very inspiring for a young generation, because unfortunately kids, and this is for kind of 9-year-olds upwards as well, so they're starting to follow the news. They're starting to see, scary stuff going on in the world. And it's important to know that there are good people and good things do happen as well.
Yeah. And I think with like Jack herself, even though she's the daughter of giant hunters, she's doesn't necessarily agree with it herself.
Okay.
It's not like a kind of, she changed them. She knows this is wrong. She internally knows this is wrong, and she's trying to change it, but she can't, because she's 11 years old and she doesn't have that power. But she's put in a position where she meets a giant for the first time in real life, as opposed to these bones everywhere, and she has to figure out that she has her own prejudices and still try and help each other, and kind of try and change things. And it's difficult to change things, but it's worth it as well.
Yeah,
You know?
like as you said, Tommy, it is great that, like you were saying, that your children, they love to read, and it's love. And when we have children's books on the show, it's great that they're the encouragement they get. But like you had a self-penned published book yourself. What was it like then when you finally got the agent? Did that relief come off you and you go, yes, now I can push forward with it and make it better?
Well, yeah, I kind of, with that, it was like I was sending the book out for a while, and I got to a stage where it's like I was just sending out, and then I was getting no's, going, okay, that's fair enough. It's just kind of like whatever, ducks back or whatever. When I got the agent, it was a relief, but it was a surprise because I actually got it a slightly different way. I entered a writing competition and I got shortlisted for a Write Mentor competition, and I didn't win it, but the guy afterwards emailed me and said, oh, by the way, we really like your stuff. We're like an awful lot of these here. So he sent out some stories to agents. He said, I'm going to do it off my own back. And I said, okay, Grant. Didn't hear anything. And about 2 months later, he said, there's an agent here who's actually interested in talking to you. Would you mind? And then talked to her. She gave me notes, did a drafted book, and then she said, okay, great, let's sign.
Let's sign. And you got the agent.
I got the agent.
And then it's this?
Yeah.
Isn't that just amazing?
Yeah.
And listen, it's not just published here in Ireland. It's been published over in the UK. It's going to America as well. Like, just in terms of just, you've got an Irish theme, mythical themes through it as well, and just a great adventure book for kids from kind of 8 years upwards as well. It's absolutely fantastic. What's next? Are you started the second?
Yeah, they're all screaming in here in Virgin Media, don't leave us, don't leave us.
They've said that. I'm going, it's okay, I'm not going anywhere. I like my job. What's the problem here? But in fairness, like Virgin have been really great. But the next thing, the sequel out next year, hopefully.
Great.
It's going to be out in Australia as well, in Italy, in France, and the audiobook too.
Wow.
So there's loads of stuff.
Absolutely fan. And we know Lynn is here as well.
Hello.
Who's
My
huge
partner,
support to you.
she's
Do you
just
get to
great.
read it all first, Lynn? You do?
Oh,
yeah.
yes. Oh, yes.
Yeah.
Listen, Chris, thank you so much for coming in to
my
talk to us
pleasure.
as well.
Thank you.
Congratulations.
Thank you very much.
It is, of
Thank
course, The Thing About Giants available now. Make sure you get out and check it out. Chris Galvin. Top man.
Thank you so
Right,
much.
coming up
Cheers,
next,
thank you.
Derek is going to be meeting some awesome animals in Dublin Zoo.
Yeah, we'll see in a few minutes.